Okay. Just gotta make sure you can be heard. Okay, we're good. All right. Welcome to the Wrestling Pod. I am your host, Carlito Santiago, and of course, yours truly, the shit talker, the mouthpiece, your undisputed WWF World Heavyweight Champion, Luis Santiago.
Talking about sorry.
Talking about Monday Night Raw. All right. So,
Great.
Monday night. Right, what? Say what? I don't know. He's lagging the fuck out. Anyway. WWE Raw on Netflix rolled through Charlotte, North Carolina, Monday night with a main event pitting Seth Rollins against Finn Balor. The winner would earn the final spot in this year's Men's Elimination Chamber match on March 1st. Old foes dating back nearly a decade, who was able to best the other and move one step closer to competing for the undisputed WWE Championship at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. I don't know what's going on with my camera. I know it keeps glitching out, but something of that nature. I don't know. And he keeps lagging out, so I don't know either. But Monday Night Raw kicked off with Sami Zayn coming out to cut a promo, but also a video package recapping the issues between Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Proceeded the underdog to come out. Oh boy. I knew that was going to happen. No, he's back. You good?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, you got to go into a place that's, Anyway. Did you hear all the things I was saying?
About Raw and
Yeah.
Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it. Okay. Well, Sami Zayn warned Kevin Owens that there is no forgiveness after his latest pile driver threat. The underdog from the Underground's immediate to obviously almost shorten his career. So he said he's going to Toronto to destroy his former friend. However, Mr. Adam Pearce interrupted and refused to make the match official because Sami Zayn is not medically cleared physically to compete. Has nothing to do with his fucking mental state or fucking emotional state, so there's that. But a back and forth ensued between Pearce and him, insinuating the only way the match could happen is under unsanctioned rules. Adam Pearce literally said the word sanctioned, and I already knew what we were getting. So despite the GM's warning saying, Sami, you might want to think about this, Sami Zayn accepted and said there is nothing the officials can do to stop him from destroying Owens. This is your flat out, I forget who the fuck made this. I remember hearing something like this. Lewis, you might know. You've watched wrestling longer than I have. Wasn't there a time when a wrestler, for example, like Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the story is basically that Owens will hurt you. Owens will basically, there's nothing the officials can do, there's nothing that this person can do to stop him from hurting you. And then the babyface, or Sami Zayn in this case, or another wrestler saying, well, there's nothing they can do to stop me from destroying him. Hasn't there been an old feud like that?
I don't know. I think of best friends that have wrestled.
I mean, they don't have to be best friends. It's just the
Damn.
idea of...
Okay, let's take up them. All right, let's take it up. Old friends. No, they're best friends. They're part of a tag team together. I wonder if they should suck it too. Huh.
Ah, yes.
What do you think it was?
DX.
Obviously, it was DX.
This makes perfect sense now. But wait, who?
Dumbass.
Fuck you. So I'm guessing, obviously, this was around the 2000s, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Every time we talk about this, sometimes I forget. Like I forget that Kevin Owens and like Sami Zayn are supposed to be friends.
They're actually
Because I
best
feel
friends
like
in real
every
life.
time
So.
you try to establish them as friends,
Yeah,
you know
that
what's
is so
funny?
true.
Every
I
time
know
try
where
to
you
put
were
them as
going with
friends,
that.
like you put them as friends on television, they just don't work.
They
What's the
don't.
point?
They
Every
don't. I
time
knew where you were
Kevin
going
Owens-
with that.
And he just says, you my best friend. Fuck you. You should just instantly turn your TV off because you already know where we're gonna go.
But you know what was so funny?
Either anything gonna betray him.
But you know what was so funny? WWE did not go that route, or Triple H didn't go that route in NXT when he brought them both in. When he brought KO in and Sami Zayn, like Sami Zayn was there, won the title. Owens came out to celebrate with him, and then turned on him immediately, right? And then when you partnered up, like think about when they were heels too. They partnered them up as heels, and that was probably their only good run together. Like that was their only run where they didn't turn on each other because they were both heels. And I'm talking about the time when they took on Daniel Bryan and fucking Shane McMahon. But anyway, this was a strong segment with a great promo from Zayn. If there was one issue with it, it's that the match feels ready-made for WrestleMania 41, not Elimination Chamber. But again, look at the bright side. They're both fucking Canadian, so it makes sense for both of them to be here.
Yeah.
While the Canadian venue is appropriate for both superstars who have known each other since they were broke, since they broke into the business.
You know what's here funnier?
What?
Talk about that match. Oh, wait. Kevin knew Sammy when he was black?
Yes, he did. He did know him when he was the...
But
we're not even going to go into that, but like...
the Kevin thing, like you said, I forgot that they didn't even have that. Speaking of that match, that might be like, I don't get rid of it. No, I'm just saying, like, speaking of that match, that might be the worst tag team match
honestly,
I've ever seen.
That might be.
It had legit Shane McMahon in it, and I can't.
No, I said while the Canadian venue is appropriate for both superstars who have known each other since they broke into the business in their homeland, a match on the grandest stage just 2 years after competing for the tag team titles, leading to the demise of Roman Reigns' bloodline, feels like a far more important setting. True, but there's already a prediction in for this. The moment Adam Pearce said, it's not official, it's sanctioned, you already know who's winning. I'm sorry, but Kevin Owens is winning. Now, if this leads to Kevin Owens facing Randy Orton, or if this leads to KO taking on some fucking buddy that Triple H puts in front of him, sure, why not? Maybe a rematch, actually. Think about that. Like, WWE tends to do that, too. There are times where WWE has done, hey, let's put a match here, and then let's save it for the pay-per-view. Or let's save it for the next pay-per-view, the next major event. There is so much time in between Elimination Chamber and WrestleMania that you could do this match again, where Sami Zayn wins. Mind you, the nickname is back. He is the underdog from the underground. So, with Kevin Owens winning at Elimination Chamber, you set forth Sami Zayn taking the time off. When he comes back, it should be a big shock. And he says, you and me at WrestleMania. And Sami Zayn will get that win back. There's no momentum lost, but there's momentum gain. So, my prediction for this match already in, you're going to hear it forth, is Kevin Owens wins this unsanctioned match because Sami Zayn's so fucking idiotic that he thinks he can go into this not physically 100%, and win. He's basically Apollo taking on fucking Dragono. He's gonna die. Graded a B. What do you think?
I love it with Canadian fight.
especially when they do their anthem and we Americans boo them, right? But in reality, we're doing our national anthem. They boo us. You gotta fucking love it. Oh no. More lagging. I know I interrupt a lot, but it's okay. Damn, you could probably hear everything. Okay. Lewis, you good? Okay. You were saying?
Yeah, sorry.
I think you lagged. I don't know.
I didn't. Other than them being Canadian, and I mean, whatever. The thing is, it's just like they had 300 matches at this point with each other, not only in WWE but everywhere. And to me, it gets boring. Just watching them go again. Maybe this time will be fun because it's unsanctioned match, but yeah, I could not care less.
Well, you know why they made it unsanctioned? Well, first off, they made it unsanctioned so that so that Kevin Owens can beat the crap out of Sami, almost kill him. But they made this unsanctioned so that they can give the Canadian crowd what they want. Like Canadian will say, like, we want tables, and then they'll pull out a table, or we want ladders, they'll pull out ladders. This is just so that they can have fucking fun. They can basically destroy and take the house down. That's essentially why they did it. Like, why else?
I was gonna say something else, but I'm not even gonna go there. I wasn't even gonna go there. I'm trying to better myself.
Yes.
Because you know what I was gonna say too.
Well, moving on. I want to see how we can control this one because the phenomenal one, back baby, 2016 AJ Styles took on Wash Your Jock, you dirty dick Dom. Took on Dominic Mysterio. See, the results of an in-ring confrontation of last week's show saw Mr. AJ Styles, a phenomenal one, square off with Dirty Dick Dom, who was accompanied by none other than his Judgment Day teammate, myself. Or, well, like you guys know, Carlito. Now, despite Dirty Dom's attempts to capitalize on outside interference from Carlito, the phenomenal one overcame it all and flattened the former tag team champion with a Styles Clash to secure the win. Wait, former tag team? Oh, okay. Never mind. In what was fairly a solid match. Afterwards, though, hints and setups possibly for WrestleMania, which I would like, the Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker entered the ring and poised to attack with a spear. Instead of spearing Styles, like he thought out, he laid out Mysterio with a spear and then stared down his prospective next challenger. Mysterio has grown by leaps and bounds as an in-ring performer, which we can say is good, which can be attributed to him being allowed to work with and alongside other best and brightest of the last 5 years, or fucking decade, if he's standing around with Carlito. This was all about reestablishing Styles as a champion contender. It worked. It appears to be a collision course with Breaker for the historic, significant IC title. Whether he can add another title reign to an already sparkling resume is another question. So, of course, Styles defeated Mysterio, and this was graded a C, and I would bump that C to like a B- at least. It's got everything you needed. Other than maybe like, the opponent, sure, but hey.
No.
Go ahead, Lewis, what do you think?
Yep, here we go. So, I was paying attention, and then all of a sudden it says hate is not a strong word. I mean, hate's a strong word, but oh, fuck you, 2009 CM Punk. Oh, fuck, 2009 CM Punk is this. Damn right. First of all, you know how
Damn it, not again.
Jeff Hardy, two fucking fuck you, bitch.
Oh boy. The lag on that kid, man. You know, Pat McAfee exclaimed as AJ Styles rocked his opponent with a clever dropkick. You know what Pat McAfee said? He said, total nonstop action dropkick. I fucking love Pat McAfee. We both do. Oh no, Lewis, what did you think of Styles and Dominic? And possibly the Braun Breaker and AJ collision course that they're about to head for WrestleMania. Okay. No answer. I don't know what to do here. Okay. Anyway, I guess we'll move on. I think that Braun Breaker and Styles will meet at Mania for the IC title. And then SummerSlam, hopefully they'll keep it.
All right, hold on.
What?
Yeah. First of all, 1-1-1-1-1. I had to do something, and all I hear is, dude, you look at this. You actually like the phenomenal. No, I like this match. You asked me what I think about the match.
Yes.
I liked it, even though I didn't watch it, but it has AJ Styles in it.
Yes, it does.
So that's why I like it.
Okay.
So.
And everybody likes
Everything else,
everybody likes to see
go.
Dom lose. So that's even better.
Wow. You know what? I kind of like Dom. You know what? I kind of like Dom. He has the white chick. He got a
that you'll never have. That I'll never have. Did you hear my Pat McAfee?
You know what? I don't want it anyways.
Did you hear what Pat McAfee said?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. The total nonstop dropkick. Dropkick.
Fuck
yes.
you, man. I bet you he's never seen him do a dropkick in TNA ever. I will fucking fuck you, man. Like,
I mean,
no,
at least he knows. At least he knows what a dropkick is. Fucking shit stain doesn't even know what a fucking double cross means.
Hey, but he knows a good booking of women wrestling. There you go.
Oh yeah, sure, sure. Fucking
great...
Glow is his greatest project, and he's loved it since he was a teenager. Fucking piece of shit. Stay out of wrestling, stupid.
Papa Woody going crazy on his own daughter there. That's not the best order. You got old dog fucking bending over. Got that girl bending over to old dog
speaking of women's wrestling, we had a women's intercontinental title number one contenders match. It was, of course, Dakota Kai taking on Ivy Nile. I was about to do the hand gesture shit, but Lyra Valkyria was watching from ringside as Dakota Kai and Ivy Nile. I don't know. Did I say Lyra Valkyria and Dakota? If I did, I meant Ivy Nile and Dakota. Man, whatever. Valkyria was watching from ringside. Ivy Nile and Dakota were battling out for the shot. I honestly thought, oh my god, another Dakota loss. But apparently, they did something great here. A competitive match saw Nile target her opponent's injury with a Kurt Angle inspired ankle lock, only for Kai to prove her resilience by fighting through the pain and fending off her attacker. A Dakota kick, or a GT kick, I guess, from Damage Control member laid out her American-made rival and cashed her ticket for a rematch with Valkyria. The action here was perfectly acceptable, but it was clear the WWE Universe is not invested in Nile, and Kai is still finding her footing as an inspirational babyface. Jesus Christ, a lot of fucking words. Considering Valkyria, I'm not even going to fucking attempt that. Even though she lost to Bayley last week in Elimination Chamber qualifier, it's safe to say there's plenty of work to be done in this area of women's division, even if there's plenty to be excited about with all three competitors. So, yeah. I honestly thought Niall was going to win just to set up that little story there that they had, you know, like, I'm going to take that championship from you and bring it home to American Made because we're American Made and we want championship. We want the IC championship in particular. God. But hey, at least they went with Kai. They weren't underestimating her. They were like, yo, let's go. But plus, they're right. The W Universe is not invested in Niall. And I don't think you and me are not invested in Niall. But we are invested in Dakota Kai. We want to see her accomplish more than what we know that she's capable of. But like we've said time before, and if you haven't heard us, you can go back and check my other streams. Dakota Kai is one of those wrestlers that feels like she's injury. She's literally injury bound. Every time she gets ahead, she's always plays with injury. She has more knee injuries. All right, everything's focused on that knee. Look at what she's wearing. She's wearing the fucking brace on her knee all the time. She has more knee injuries than an NFL player. But no, Dakota Kai gets another opportunity at Lyra Valkyria. And this was great to see, and I'm going to stick with that grade. Lewis, what do you think?
Why do they make Dakota Kai lose all the time?
Yeah, honestly, they do. Like, I thought she was going to lose here to Niall just to set up that story. But they decided not to, and I was surprised.
They always make her, like, they her ass every time. It's like every time she gets in the ring, it's, oh man, you about to lose.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the point of watching? You already about to lose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is pretty.
No point of it. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and also apparently we get to the next segment, which is interesting. Again, a lot of people don't get, like, honestly, like, when I opened Raw, I thought we were going to kick off with Jey Uso. We got Sami Zayn instead. So here's Jey and Gunther. The World Heavyweight Champion Gunther entered the Spectrum Center through the crowd, looking to see what all the yeet energy was about. Once stepping inside the ring, he again verbally attacked his WrestleMania 41 opponent, Mr. Jey Uso, giving him an opportunity to rescind his challenge. The ring general then targeted the commentary table of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, asking them if they believe Uso could actually beat him. Now, as McAfee looked to confirm, Uso entered to a big pop and a brawl ensued. Security had to break up both the world champion and the Royal Rumble winner. But, of course, Uso was able to stand tall in this segment. This followed up last week's promo admirably, with Gunther continuing to taunt Uso and even giving him an out, only to, again, find out the number one contender's fire and drive might be more dangerous to his title reign than he thought. Yes, you wanted to say something?
I have a couple things I want to say. This is something I just kind of want to say just personally. I think everybody should have a Chris Benoit button.
I should have a soundboard with Chris Benoit's theme song.
I'm just saying, no, like, legit, like, you know, you just got that one person that takes you out to a point where you just like, I can't do it. I can't do it.
Wait,
like,
are you sitting here telling me this pisses you off, this segment?
No, I mean, no, exactly the Gunther thing. It's just.
Oh, Gunther, okay.
What pisses me off. No, Gunther does not piss me off because you know how I am, bro. That is the best wrestler in the WWE right now.
I'm sorry, I should call him.
I'm saying it right now.
We should call him Gunther.
Other than Damian Priest, which is non-biased, it is biased, but like legit, if we're talking legit, who I really think is the best WWE wrestler right now.
Damn.
It's not Roman Reigns, ain't fucking Punk, It ain't Cena. It ain't fucking Cody. It definitely won't be Cody because Cody don't do shit
Wow.
other than fucking
Wow.
have one match.
Oh,
No,
that
no,
hurt.
no, no, no,
That
let's
hurt
break this
my
up. Let's
heart.
break
You
this
said
up.
Cena
I'm
isn't
sorry.
the great wrestler? Oh my god, of this time? Jesus Christ.
He ain't the best wrestler right now. Like,
Oh my god. Oh, another bullet to the heart, you asshole. Oh god.
fuck off. You know how I am. Darcy is the greatest of all time, but is he the best right now? Fucking he can't even win a match. All right, so he fucking wins.
Well,
That fucker gonna win everything.
wait until my predictions. Wait until my predictions. There might be a surprise
Listen,
there.
listen. Gunther is the best wrestler, hands down, right now in WWE. Hell, probably in wrestling. I mean, there's nobody better.
Tell you what, we'll start a hot take trend, all right? He just said Gunther is the greatest wrestler of this modern era right now. Comment down below if you think that
And I
is
also
if
think
that's
that we should
agreeable
have a
or
Chris Benoit button.
disagreeable. Yeah, if you agree or disagree. But the key to be for the writing team is to continue to find ways to highlight the feud without it being stale, especially over 2 months before Uso and Gunther clash in Las Vegas a week. Actually, yes, a week after your birthday. This was graded a B, though.
Yeah.
So yes, the
Well, I
writing
mean,
team
it
does
makes
have to
sense.
find creative ways to
So,
highlight both. Yeah, Gunther. Like just
The
yeah, that's what I
backtrack.
need too. If we're gonna do a
Show
soundboard,
Michelle.
if I'm gonna get a soundboard, I'm gonna need the Despicable Me fucking Grunt, you know, and it needs to say Grunther, dun 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 Grunther. You know what I mean? That's what it needs. Anyway, what came next, of course, is the newest luchador to find himself in a WWE squared circle, Penta, taking on his latest rival, Pete Dunne. The rivalry between Penta and Dunne wrote its latest chapter on Monday night in a rematch from a contest a few weeks ago. Dunne controlled early, utilizing joint manipulation to his advantage as he targeted the hands of his opponent. But Liquid Kaiser, who has recruited the Bruiserweight for a partnership, watched on from ringside. Now, Penta recovered and appeared to be rolling late, only for Kaiser to provide a distraction. Instead of benefiting from it, Dunne voices frustration to the former Imperium member, which allowed Penta to drop him and pick up the pinfall win. So I guess a surprise roll-up? The most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. What the fuck? The luchador wiped out Dunne and Kaiser as they brawled at ringside to put an exclamation point on things. So this was another strong in-ring outing for Penta, who continues to showcase his value as a newcomer and someone already immensely over with the WWE Universe. There will be plenty of questions about his role at WrestleMania, though, but the fact that he has had the impact that he has had so quickly is a testament to the performer and a creative team that has perfectly executed his rollout. So Penta defeated Dunne and, of course, graded a B. Your thoughts?
I don't have anything other than that's pretty good. Pretty good stuff out there. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling.
Hey, if you're not making enemies, you're not making money. I don't know who said that, but like, Penta's got 3 enemies.
Listen,
Penta's making a lot of enemies. He got an enemy in Dunne, he's got an enemy in Kaiser, and he's got an enemy in fucking Gable, wherever the fuck he is, learning the in the temples of underground luchadore, or wherever the fuck he is at, because that's what he said he was going to do.
yeah, that's true. I like Penta too.
I love Penta. He's fucking great. You know what's not great, though? These 2 women. Fucking Carla and Victoria. I mean, Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. They look fucking mean as shit. Like, if you could see if you watch the live, like, later, you will see how mean their faces. They're just like fucking, god damn, they're giving dirty looks. That's all I'm saying. This is the picture. And you don't like 2 heels giving dirty looks. Anyway, Roxanne Perez's Maroic rise through the ranks since her arrival in NXT continued Monday night when she outlasted the bigger, stronger Raquel Rodriguez, thanks in part to a well-timed appearance from Bianca Belair and Naomi, especially considering, of course, what we had saw on SmackDown. With the title holders providing a distraction, Perez scored a pinfall hitting her move, the Pop Rocks, for the 1-2-3, earning the final spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match, which, of course, I'll pull it up actually after the Rollins Finn match, but where she will join her former mentor, Bayley. The match was fine, if not curiously booked with Perez as a babyface, but the meat of the segment was the arrival of the champs and the escalation of the rivalry between Morgan and Raquel, which we now know that Belair and Naomi will defend the tag team championships against Morgan and Raquel next week. Though basically the Raw before the Chamber. Why? I have no fucking clue. But if they drop the belts, drop the fucking belts. Interestingly, Morgan found herself in the inevitable position of sharing the Elimination Chamber with the vengeful-minded Belair and Naomi, who, by the way, did you see what they were wearing? I love when gear is inspired by movies or televisions or whatnot. Lewis, Bianca Belair and Naomi came out in cheerleader outfits inspired by Bring It On. So, yeah. Now, Morgan is to have any hopes of challenging for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania, she will have to overcome the unbeaten champions. They graded this a C, but you know what? Sure, it's going to stay a C. I mean, honestly, either one of these women winning would have been a C. But what are your thoughts on this, match? And the idea of having, the idea of Morgan and Rodriguez being behind fucking Jade Cargill's attack.
Fuck those movies.
The bring, yeah.
I never liked those movies, so I really don't care.
I love how Liv Morgan actually comment. I think it was
cool.
Liv. She commented underneath. I think it was Naomi and Bianca's post on Instagram or so. The lines from the heels.
Real. That's the Morgan thing.
Yeah.
That's just fucking stupid. I mean, come on, man. Are you gonna do this? Those in the ring, I don't care.
I mean, how are you gonna fuck that up? Oh no! Come back! Hurry up! Damn it! He lagged out. That sucks. He lagged out. Damn, I don't know how we're gonna do this now. He lagged out mid-conversation. Damn. Okay, you're back. You were saying?
What happened? I would just freaking bang my head on the wall. Just not watch this match. I really don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it actually started, but I'm just saying, like, who gets to go to the Elimination Chamber? probably not gonna watch into a while.
Next up, of course, the New Day had to cut a promo, had to get some words in there edgewise, as on the heels of a brutal attack on Rey Mysterio that closed out the show of last week's show, Monday Night Raw. The New Day hit the ring to address the W Universe. In typical heel fashion, Kingston and Woods blamed Mysterio, accusing him of draining the life out of every young luchador to come through the door. Now, Kingston said something so unremarkable, like, this is so untrue. Okay, first off, you tell me if this is true. First off, he says, he looks directly into the camera and he says, I have more title wins than Rey Mysterio. True or false? Oh, did you hear me? Well, he said title wins, but then that wasn't the first one. You can debate on that one.
WWE only or
well, WWE alone.
Because we're talking WWE only, yeah, I think Kofi has more.
Okay.
We're talking
That's one.
Wrestling.
Well,
like
just WWE.
Kofi doesn't even have
That was one. Then he said something that was utterly false, and I want everybody to just realize how false it was. He said, I've been here longer than Rey Mysterio. Now, I'm no rocket genius, but Kofi Kingston signed a developmental deal with the WWE in 2006. Okay? So he has 19 years he's been in the company. To say that he's been here longer than Mysterio is a flat-out lie. Mysterio has been here longer than Kingston. All right? If this doesn't tell you much, Kingston signed the same year Mysterio won the fucking Royal Rumble. Nice writing, WWE. Great writing, especially when someone can catch you out in a fucking lie. But inevitably, Dragon Lee and Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wilde interrupted, leading to a brawl between the two teams that left the heels scurrying to the floor and the backstage area for protection. This was a logical development that sets up a tag team match between the New Day and LWO, as the latter group seeks to protect Rey Mysterio's honor. More importantly, it gives Woods and Kingston a shot of momentum, building up before the showdown with the Master Luchador and most likely Lee in a tag team match at WrestleMania, which might be nice. But yes, again, this gives...
No. Kofi is cool, but for him to say all that...
Yes.
It has to be a WWE purpose. There's no way that fucker can say that in wrestling.
No,
you gotta think of
he looked into that camera and said, I've been here longer than Mysterio. He literally looked in the camera and said, I've been here longer than Mysterio. And you really thought I wasn't going to catch you in a lie, Kingston. The writers of whoever wrote this for him thought right off the bat that we weren't going to catch him in a lie. We've been wrestling fans for 10 years. We know the fucking story. I even looked it up. I even did my research. Kingston signed a developmental deal with the WWE in 2006. That's the same year Mysterio won the Rumble. So how are you going to tell me you've been here longer than Mysterio if he won a Rumble? What? The writers are so stupid. I wish WWE hired me to write. I would write this shit out perfectly. Fucking...
You don't think I take time off? That means when Rey Mysterio left in 2014.
Yep.
You got the mind of that because apparently it's like subtracting. You just forget that he was there.
Yeah, we're just gonna pretend Eddie won the Royal Rumble in 2006, guys. All right, this is Triple H's era. We're gonna pretend that Eddie won 2006. Eddie was still alive by that point. All right. But anyway, enough pretending. Time for the main event, which was Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. And going into this, honestly, I really wanted Finn Balor to kind of stomp out Rollins. But as we've seen time and time before, as these guys have been in multiple matches before, we know who always becomes the victor in this. It's always going to be Seth Rollins, because the time that WWE decided to put Finn Balor over Seth Rollins, it didn't work out so well, did it? So for this final spot in the men's Elimination Chamber match was determined, of course, in the main event, pinning, of course, two former Universal Champions up against each other. Seth Rollins battled Finn Balor. Rollins did strike first, targeting his opponent's injured left knee. Balor, ever a dangerous opponent, bullshit, seized an opening and dropped the Visionary on the ring steps, injuring his ribs. Now, of course, a back-and-forth battle of will ensued. Rollins trapped his opponent in a sharpshooter, but the Irishman fought through the pain and grabbed the ropes to force the break. Rollins kicked out of a coup de grace. Ultimately, it was the babyface who captured a crossface by Balor and delivered the stomp for the 1-2-3. So, if you want to go check out a fucking match, go on YouTube and pull up this match. It's fucking great. Or go on Netflix and rewatch it. This was a banger of a main event between two guys who know each other very well.
I only wish that he did the power bomb into the barricade spot again.
Yes. Well, without breaking his arm, right? Or Rollins doing the buckle bomb, which again, that could be a banned move, which it should be. But you know, hey, whatever. Yes, they had excellent in-ring chemistry, like so, because they battled each other way before. So the build on previous spots from the previous matches and the counter-heavy closing moments helped make this one a stellar cap to, of course, the night's action. Rollins now advances to the Elimination Chamber with one last shot to cash his ticket to a world title match at WrestleMania, where he could meet his former tag team partner from last year's WrestleMania, Mr. Cody Rhodes. So, let me just pull this up real quick, because a lot of people probably wondering, like, where we stand. Well, here's the clear visual line of where we're at with this, and this is exactly what it looks like. So let me expand it just a little bit more. Okay, just so you guys, actually, just so you guys can see. So, John Cena is in, no problem. CM Punk is in, defeating Sami Zayn. Drew McIntyre defeat Jimmy Uso and LA Knight. Logan Paul defeated Mysterio. Damian Priest defeated Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu. And Seth Rollins defeated Finn. As for the women's, Liv Morgan defeated Io by DQ. Bliss defeated Candice LeRae. Bianca defeated Piper Nivens. Naomi defeated Chelsea Green. Bayley defeated Lyra Valkyria. And Roxanne defeating Raquel Rodriguez. A lot of names in this. I have a prediction for the women's, but I'm not going to share that until the predictions for Elimination Chamber. Things could change. And as for the men, I am already building logically based on the action itself and what I believe could happen because of what we've seen before and from what happened at the Royal Rumble, which, depending on what WWE wants to do, slating into WrestleMania. But this looks like they both look pretty good for Elimination Chambers, but the women's looks more predictable than the men's. So, Lewis, what do you have to say about this match between Rollins and Finn Balor?
They always have a good match, so I don't have to really say anything other than they always have a good match.
Exactly.
They're really good.
This was the definition of a hard sell for the Elimination Chamber. WWE decided the final entries.
Yeah, we gotta start a bit. Oh, we gotta start a new bit. Every time we get to the meeting event, we gotta start calling them by nicknames.
By nicknames.
So
Seth,
now,
Seth fucking Rollins and Fergal Balor. I love that his name is Fergal.
I like it. I like it that Seth Rollins is transvestite. So I'm gonna call him transvestite from now on. Every time he's in the main event.
All right, the cross-dresser versus the
to me, he's transvestite. You can call him cross-dresser.
We're not calling him transvestite. That's not happening. We're calling him cross-dresser. That's the best you're getting.
Fuck you, man.
I know. I will let a lot of things slide, but getting canceled is not one of them, especially if this is my show.
As a cross-dresser versus our chorus, our friend from the other land,
Guinness.
It's a Sheamus.
Guinness. The Irish Guinness.
We're going
Why
to
Guinness?
call
Because a
you
lot of Irish people drink Guinness.
Finley.
I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna call him Finley.
Fin-
Because why the fuck was he
Finley.
like
Okay, fine. Finley.
Finley?
No, 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 no. He doesn't even come out with a fucking shillelagh.
Yeah, I'm just joking. We're gonna see Leprechaun. And now look at that, he's Leprechaun, and now with Raquel, Carlito, and Dom, he's going back to the hood.
Finn Balor is a fucking leprechaun, if anything. Anyway, WWE decided its final entries into both men and the women's
They even
Elimination
got
Chamber match.
Hampton in that movie.
Yeah. And officially announced Zayn and Owens match unsanctioned. All these accomplishments were key in building excitement and intrigue for a show that traditionally has more implications for the WrestleMania card. Elsewhere, we had a lot of focus on the Women's Intercontinental Championship that desperately needed it. We also saw Jay come to blows with Gunther. And, of course, with some New Day goodness with Kingston and Woods lying to the crowd. And, of course, starting more rivalry or more heat with LWO. There are plenty of questions as to where everything is going and where it's headed towards, of course. We are on the road to WrestleMania. But this was another fun show that accomplished more good than bad. And that's what we need. We need more good than bad. All right? We kicked the fucking shit out of the bad, right? You know, Vince. And now we're kicking ass with some good. Triple H. So, it wasn't perfect, but it was on the lower end of Netflix offerings so far, but it was still a quality addition. If there's any matches I suggest go checking out, go check out Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. If you haven't seen them wrestle before, go back to NXT, go back to Ring of Honor, go back to where they all started. Our best match to tell you, honestly, other than this one, go fucking watch SummerSlam 2016. This whole show was graded a B. Lewis, in entirety, what did you think of the show? Even though you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I know. And you have a good reason. You work with get off a fucking bus. It's like 21 degrees outside. Of course, you're gonna be tired walking home from that bullshit. And it's always snowing because we live in one of the worst states in the winter.
Yeah, Massachusetts, it sucks. It sucks.
Where this is basically the American version of Canada. We are fucked. Man.
Especially if you have, if you don't have 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, you're fucked. Especially on Saturday and into Sunday. That sucked.
So I hate. You know what? Technically, it's not my home.
Okay.
All right.
Well, that was Raw. Lewis, I don't know what your work schedule is like, but I'll be doing, of course, a SmackDown on Saturday at 1 o'clock. I don't know if you work or anything, but around that time, if not...
Everything is up next week.
Okay, well, I'll talk about your work schedule off camera, but yeah, I will see you guys on Saturday. The predictions video will be up. I will be setting up the next Raw review. Until then,